Everyday English listening. Let's listen to English every day because it helps us improve our listening skills, understand pronunciation better, learn new vocabulary, and become more confident in real conversations. Keep practicing. Why we need to learn about communication skills. Communication is a fundamental part of human life. Every day, whether we realize it or not, we communicate with others through words, actions, body language, facial expressions, and even silence. It happens at school, at work, at home, in the community, and online. Communication is not just about talking, it is about understanding, listening, sharing ideas, and building relationships. That is why learning communication skills is essential for everyone. Good communication helps us build better connections, solve problems more effectively, and create a happier and more peaceful life. 1. Communication helps build strong relationships. One of the most important reasons to learn communication skills is to improve our relationships. Whether it's with family members, friends, coworkers, or even strangers, clear and respectful communication helps us understand each other better. Misunderstandings often happen when people don't explain their feelings clearly or when they don't listen carefully to others. These misunderstandings can lead to arguments, hurt feelings, and broken relationships. For example, in a family, when parents and children communicate openly, they can build trust and support each other better. In friendships, talking honestly about your feelings and listening to your friends' problems can make your bond stronger. In romantic relationships, communication is key to resolving conflicts and expressing love and appreciation. Learning communication skills helps us express our thoughts clearly, listen with empathy, and build strong, lasting relationships. 2. Communication makes us better learners and workers. In school and at work, good communication skills are essential. When we ask questions, share our ideas, or explain our thoughts clearly, we learn better and help others learn too. In the workplace, teams need to communicate well to work efficiently together. Employees who can communicate clearly with their coworkers, managers, and customers often do better in their jobs. Good communication at work helps solve problems, avoid mistakes, and complete tasks faster. It also creates a positive work environment where people feel heard and valued. On the other hand, poor communication can cause confusion, delays, and frustration. Public speaking, writing emails, presenting ideas in meetings, and working in teams all require clear and confident communication. By learning these skills, we can do our jobs better and create a positive impression on others. 3. Communication helps solve problems and reduce conflicts. Conflicts are a normal part of life, but how we handle them makes a big difference. Most conflicts happen because of poor communication. For example, when people assume things without asking questions, or when they speak harshly without thinking, misunderstandings happen. Learning communication skills helps us deal with conflicts calmly and respectfully. It teaches us to listen to the other person's side, express our own feelings clearly without blaming, and work together to find a solution. These skills are useful not only in personal relationships, but also in the workplace, schools, and communities. A person who communicates well can also help others solve conflicts. For example, teachers help students solve disagreements, and managers help employees work out misunderstandings. In all these situations, good communication prevents problems from getting worse and brings people closer together. 4. Communication builds confidence. When we know how to communicate well, we feel more confident in ourselves. We are not afraid to speak up in class, in meetings, or in conversations. We know how to express our thoughts clearly and respectfully. This confidence helps us achieve our goals and take advantage of new opportunities. For example, during a job interview, if you can explain your skills and experiences clearly, you will have a better chance of getting the job. If you can confidently give a presentation in front of your classmates or coworkers, people will respect and listen to you. On the other hand, people who don't practice communication skills often feel nervous when speaking in public, afraid of saying the wrong thing, or unable to express what they really think. By learning and practicing, we gain the courage to speak and share our ideas without fear. 5. Communication encourages empathy and understanding. Communication is not just about speaking, it is also about listening. Listening is a powerful way to show empathy, care, and understanding. When we truly listen to others, we show that we value their thoughts and feelings. This creates kindness and trust in our relationships. Empathy, the ability to understand how someone else feels, is a key part of good communication. When we try to see things from another person's point of view, we communicate with more kindness and patience. This makes others feel understood and respected. In a diverse world where people have different beliefs, cultures, and life experiences, communication skills help us understand and respect each other's differences. This reduces prejudice, bullying, and hate, creating a more peaceful and united community. 6. Communication is key in the digital age. In today's world, a lot of our communication happens online, through emails, messages, social media, and video calls. While technology makes communication faster and easier, it also creates new challenges. Sometimes it's easy to misunderstand someone's message when you can't hear their voice or see their facial expressions. That's why learning communication skills is even more important today. We need to learn how to write clear and respectful messages, how to read carefully before replying, and how to avoid spreading negativity online. Whether we are posting on social media or working remotely with people from different countries, good communication helps us connect with others positively and professionally. 7. Communication supports leadership and teamwork. Leaders are often judged by how well they communicate. A good leader inspires, motivates, and guides their team through clear and encouraging communication. They listen to the needs of their team members and help solve problems together. Teamwork also depends on good communication. A team where members share ideas openly, listen to each other, and respect different opinions will achieve more success than a team where people don't communicate well. Whether we are leaders or team members, learning how to communicate clearly and respectfully makes us better at working with others and reaching our common goals. 8. Communication helps personal growth. Finally, learning communication skills helps us grow as people. It teaches us patience, empathy, and self-awareness. We learn to control our emotions when we speak, to listen without judgment, and to build positive relationships. These qualities make us kinder, wiser, and more successful in life. Personal growth also includes learning how to communicate with ourselves. Positive self-talk, writing down our thoughts, and reflecting on our feelings are also important forms of communication that help us understand and improve ourselves. Communication skills help express emotions in a healthy way. Many people struggle with expressing their emotions. Some may bottle up their feelings, pretending that everything is fine when it's not. Others might explode in anger or frustration because they don't know how to express their feelings calmly. Both situations create stress and misunderstandings. This is why learning communication skills is so important. It helps us express our emotions in a healthy, honest, and respectful manner. For example, instead of shouting in anger when someone hurts your feelings, you can calmly say, "I felt upset when that happened. Can we talk about it?" This way, the other person understands your feelings without feeling attacked. Similarly, when you're happy or grateful, sharing those feelings through kind words and gestures strengthens your relationships. Learning communication skills gives us the tools to express happiness, sadness, frustration, excitement, or fear in ways that help others understand and support us. This makes our emotional health stronger and our relationships healthier. Communication bridges cultural differences. In today's global world, we meet people from many different cultures, countries, and backgrounds. Each culture has its own communication style, and sometimes these differences can cause confusion. What seems polite in one culture might seem rude in another. For example, in some cultures, people speak very directly, while in others, people speak more indirectly to avoid hurting someone's feelings. Learning communication skills helps us become more aware of these differences and more sensitive when speaking to people from different cultures. We learn to ask questions respectfully, listen with an open mind, and explain our ideas clearly so others from different backgrounds can understand us. This helps build peaceful and respectful relationships between people from all over the world. When we travel, work with international teams, or meet foreign friends, good communication helps us avoid misunderstandings and build meaningful connections across cultures. Nonverbal communication is just as important. Communication is not only about what we say, but also about how we say it. Our tone of voice, facial expressions, gestures, posture, and eye contact all communicate messages to others. Sometimes our body language says more than our words. For example, saying, "I'm fine" with a smile shows you really are fine, but saying the same words while looking away with a sad face tells a different story. Learning communication skills includes understanding and using nonverbal cues properly. When we pay attention to our body language, we can communicate more clearly and avoid giving the wrong impression. Likewise, by observing other people's body language, we can better understand how they truly feel, even when their words do not fully express it. Communication is essential for personal and professional growth. Personal and professional success largely depends on how well we communicate. In personal life, expressing our needs, setting boundaries, and showing love all require good communication. In professional life, teamwork, leadership, customer service, negotiation, and networking all depend on how well we express our thoughts and listen to others. For example, a person may have brilliant ideas but fail to share them clearly in a meeting. As a result, their ideas may go unnoticed. On the other hand, someone with clear communication skills can express their thoughts effectively and gain respect, recognition, and opportunities. Similarly, a manager who communicates kindly and clearly with their team creates a positive work environment where employees feel valued and motivated. Communication, therefore, is one of the most powerful tools for personal and professional growth. Communication helps teach and inspire others. People who know how to communicate well can teach and inspire others. Teachers, mentors, coaches, leaders, and even parents use communication every day to educate and motivate the people around them. Whether explaining a complex idea, telling a story to inspire action, or giving feedback to help someone improve, communication is key. For example, when a teacher clearly explains a lesson and patiently answers students' questions, learning becomes easier and more enjoyable. A leader who shares a vision and encourages their team with powerful words can inspire people to work hard and achieve great things. Even in everyday life, when we encourage a friend who is feeling down or cheer someone on during a tough time, we are using communication to uplift others. Learning how to use words to motivate, support, and inspire makes a big difference in the lives of those around us. Active listening is a critical part of communication. One of the most important, yet often forgotten parts of communication is listening. Many people think communication is about speaking well, but listening actively is just as important, if not more so. Active listening means giving someone your full attention when they speak, making eye contact, nodding, and showing through your body language and words that you're listening and care about what they're saying. It also means not interrupting and not thinking about what you're going to say next while they are still talking. When people feel truly listened to, they feel respected and valued. This strengthens trust and builds deeper relationships. Whether it's a child talking about their day, a friend sharing a problem, or a coworker explaining a challenge, listening with empathy shows care and builds understanding. Communication promotes peaceful problem solving. Many problems in families, schools, workplaces, and communities could be solved peacefully if people communicated better. Poor communication often causes small problems to grow bigger because people misunderstand each other, jump to conclusions, or hold grudges instead of talking things through. For example, if two coworkers have a disagreement, talking calmly and listening to each other's point of view can help them find a solution. But if they avoid talking or speak angrily, the situation may get worse. Learning conflict resolution through communication teaches us how to stay calm, express ourselves respectfully, and work together to solve disagreements peacefully. This helps create harmony in our homes, schools, and communities. Communication builds a positive self-image. Good communication also helps build a healthy self-image. When we can clearly express our feelings, needs, and ideas, we feel more confident and capable. We stop worrying about what others might think of us, and instead, focus on expressing ourselves honestly and kindly. Positive self-talk is also a form of communication. The way we talk to ourselves affects our mood, motivation, and self-esteem. By learning communication skills, we learn to replace negative thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," with positive ones like, "I am learning and growing every day." This inner communication helps us stay strong in difficult times, stay motivated to achieve our goals, and believe in our own worth. Communication helps build trust and respect. One of the most powerful results of good communication is trust. When we communicate openly and honestly, people learn that they can rely on us. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, whether it's with friends, family members, classmates, co-workers, or community members. Without trust, relationships feel uncertain and weak. Clear and respectful communication shows others that we care about their thoughts and feelings. For example, when a manager clearly explains expectations and listens to their team's concerns, employees feel respected and valued. Similarly, when friends or partners share their thoughts and feelings openly, they strengthen the trust between them. Respectful communication means not only speaking politely, but also listening without judgment. By showing that we care about others' opinions, even if we don't always agree, we build an atmosphere of mutual respect. This kind of environment helps people feel safe and heard, which is essential for healthy relationships. Communication helps in decision-making. Life is full of decisions, both big and small. From choosing what to study to deciding on a career path, from settling disagreements in the family to making plans for a group project, communication plays a key role in making the best possible decisions. When we discuss our ideas with others, we gain new perspectives that help us make better choices. Group discussions allow people to share their experiences, thoughts, and concerns. This way, decisions are based on collective wisdom rather than just one person's opinion. For instance, in a family deciding on a holiday destination, clear communication allows each family member to express what they want. This makes it easier to find a choice that satisfies everyone. At work, team discussions help solve problems more creatively because they bring together different viewpoints. Without open communication, people may feel left out of important decisions, leading to frustration and resentment. By learning how to communicate our thoughts and listen to others, we make wiser decisions that benefit everyone involved. Communication encourages collaboration. Collaboration means working together to achieve a shared goal. Whether in school projects, business teams, volunteer work, or sports, collaboration depends on clear and respectful communication. In group work, every team member has a different strength. One person might be good at organizing, another at researching, and another at presenting. Through communication, they share their ideas, assign tasks, and keep each other updated on their progress. This teamwork makes the whole project smoother and more successful. On the other hand, poor communication in teams causes confusion, duplicated efforts, and frustration. Tasks might be missed, deadlines not met, and conflicts might arise. That's why learning how to communicate in a team by sharing ideas clearly, listening to others and giving constructive feedback is so important for working well with others. Conclusion. In conclusion, communication skills are one of the most important life skills we can develop. They help us build trust, solve problems, make better decisions, and create positive relationships. Whether in personal life or professional settings, communication shapes how we connect with the world around us. In a world filled with differences and challenges, communication bridges the gaps between people. It turns misunderstandings into clarity, conflict into peace, and strangers into friends. Learning to communicate well helps us live happier, more meaningful lives. It helps us speak up for ourselves, support others, and work together to create a better future. And the best part? Anyone can learn communication skills with patience, practice, and a caring heart. Let's all take the time to listen more carefully, speak more kindly, and communicate more clearly. In doing so, we make not only our own lives better, but also the world around us.